Hey guys, Kev here, and I have unboxings to do for you. So, had a few things pile up while I was sick, and I'm trying to get through them. I got a whole box in there in my closet of grand prize giveaway stuff for the 24-hour Knives Live 2021 thing, and I want to say it was amazing. Everybody killed it. I want to give a big thank you to Jake over at Bearded Gear for taking my 2-hour slots. I obviously was sick with COVID, and he came up big and took those spots over. And I want to thank Brandon Thrasher and Backpack B, Stevie Wonder Woman, and Grady's Gear all for coming on during that segment to help Jake out. And they were going to be my guests, and they graciously just continued on, and that was awesome. Thank you to everybody who participated, everybody who watched. It was an amazing show. I caught as much as I could. I'm glad that it happened, and hopefully next year I'll be able to participate a little more. I was able to squeak on for like 15 minutes during Casey Knives Fast segment the next day on the 4th, so thank you to Casey for having me on. That was very nice of him. But anyway, I've had some things pile up, and I want to unbox this guy right here. This is from my buddy Matt that I talk to on Instagram and Facebook a lot. And this is a knife that came out, and I did not buy one. So real quick, we got a lot of penis here to deal with. So let me get the penis out of the way. And get the box out. Okay. Oh, there's a note. We have a love note. So let me put the box away. All right. I am drinking Tangerine LaCroix, which is the bomb. Not that I can really taste it. I still don't have my smell or taste back. I can taste and smell some things, but not everything. All right, so it says, "Hey, Kev, hope you enjoy this chunker. Feel free to take it apart if you want. It's factory fresh right now. Also, I had to send you some packing penis because I knew how much you love it. Be good or be good at it, Matt." So, thank you so much, Matt. He's an awesome dude. I'll double check with him, but I'll link his Instagram below so you guys can check him out. And this here is a Serge Knife Co. knife, and I believe it's called the EDC. He just went for it and called it the EDC, which is interesting. I've seen a couple unboxings of this, so I don't want to, do the whole presentation thing, but I know it comes with torque spits, to take it apart. And then you have the knife in here, so let's get it out. It is a liner lock. That was the only reason I was tempted to buy one. These were $200, okay? So for the materials, which I'll get into because it's going to be a gripe. For the materials, the price is a bit high in my opinion. Okay, so here it is. So it basically is two giant slabs of titanium on each side. Two on each side. So there's 4 slabs of titanium. I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's going to be a top layer and then a liner. They're both titanium, I believe. It's possible. Let me get a magnet. Yeah, so we have titanium for sure on the outside here on both sides. And then I'm not getting much on the inside, so I don't think the liners are steel. Let me check. Yeah, even the lock bar is titanium. I'm thinking that, yeah, it's all titanium, and then you have, obviously, a steel blade. So, it's thick, right? That's one thing. It's thick, and it's heavy. Because of all that titanium, it's not steel, but it's just a lot of thick titanium, right? It gives it a weight. And my concern with it, the reason I didn't buy one of these, and that's why Matt was gracious enough to send me his to review, is that It's heavy, and the steel is N690. So this is Bowler N690 for $200. I just found that to be a bit outrageous and not worthy of my $200. Now, that's not everybody feels that way. A lot of people love N690. A lot of people are acceptable of N690 at this price point. I know that this is made by Real Steel, pretty sure. And I know Italian companies use N690 a lot, and they sell it for around $200. I've seen things at $250 with N690 on it. Excuse me. This is made in China. So you're talking about a Chinese-made knife. Let me confirm that. Let's see if the packaging says anything about China. I don't see a sticker that says China anywhere. China. You can't take the knife apart. So let me read this real quick. Warranty information. Serge Knife Co. warrants that all of our products are free from defects in workmanship and materials. Modifications of any kind will void this warranty. Do not use this knife as a screwdriver, chisel, or pry bar. That's fair. Do not throw this knife or use it for any other purpose than cutting. Damage caused by misuse or neglect voids the warranty. So it does not say you can't take it apart. I apologize. You can take this apart, you just can't throw it. All steels, including the best stainless steel, will eventually rust. An occasional application of a metal sealer, WD-40, gun oil, etc. is recommended, especially for humid or marine environments. Check all screws for tightness periodically, as the screws may come loose with use. I recommend that releasable thread lock be used on any screws that come loose. Blue Loctite 243 is ideal. Release of liability by purchasing Serge Knife Co. item. The buyer assumes responsibility to all the following, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's pretty good warranty card. I like that. I don't see anywhere where there is a statement that this is made in China. So, I always find that interesting that some companies completely leave it off and some companies will clearly mark China. I have no qualms with a knife being made in China. That's why I was curious. Now, it may be on the blade somewhere. It says Serge Knife Co. N690 number 124. You can't read that because the focus doesn't want to work when I do it this way. Okay, I'm going to shut up about the China thing. Anyway, $200 for N690 and titanium. Just, it doesn't get my juices flowing. I have paid more for less, I know. I can show you a knife right here. The 80-20.5, $150 for this in AUS 10A and plastic scales. So, you know, it happens. It's just, you know, I just didn't want to dish out for that. Plus, I knew the weight was going to be an issue. Okay. Shutting up now. So you do have this really big kind of cutout right here. It gives me like Medford vibes. The aesthetic of this gives me Medford vibes. The blade to handle ratio to me looks a little bit weird. Like it just looks like a tiny blade for this handle. It's not that drastic, but it just has that vibe. There's no play in any direction. It's a very monochromatic look. Ergonomically, it fits my hand extremely well. It's comfortable. You have this kind of flat right here for your thumb that feels really good. I love this hole shape. It's a very nice hole shape. It seems to be a dropper. So, see right there, push the lock bar. It's very, very smooth. Right-handed reverse flick. Fires out of there. Right-handed thumb. Fires out of there. You can slow roll it out right-handed. Left-handed. Now, this is important. There's no lock bar. It's a liner lock. And that whole cutout over here for the right-handed thumb flick is what I get for a reverse flick left-handed. So my finger's actually going straight through the hole and touching the frame lock or the lock bar, which is interesting. And yeah, it flicks out pretty good. I noticed that my finger is catching on the hole as it comes out because that hole is so big and wide. My whole finger just goes right through without me even noticing. And I kind of get caught. So you kind of have to like purposely not put your finger all the way in the hole and just give it a nice pop. It flies out of there. If I give it the old push-a-rooney, yep, you just try shoving it out. Yep, that's what I do with like an F5.5, which I have in my back pocket. Similar style hole, right? Just smaller. I will put my finger in the hole and just kind of like push forward. I don't really do a like flick like you do on a lot of knives. I just push forward. And the pressure on the detent is enough to shoot it out. And this is the same way. This detent is very well dialed. So I don't think you're shaking this guy out. Yeah, not happening. Left-handed thumb flick, you have less room here because there's no cutout. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Can't get enough behind it. There you go. So left-handed, you're really looking at this kind of flick, which I'm going to be honest, because of the size of that hole, it's good. No, it's a good flick. I'm gonna take that back. Yeah, it's a good flick, left-handed, and then right-handed is where it's at, I think, because that little bit of room here is enough to get your middle finger in, but not to shove your finger all the way through. So you get enough to just plant it and fire it off. The right-handed thumb flick is fantastic. Really, really solid. Good traction and everything. Yeah, the closing action on this guy is buttery smooth. It's dead nut centered. Yeah, I really dig this thing. It's just a heavy boy. It's a heavy, chunky boy. Sorry. And here's a size comparison to the F5.5. You can see there. Do I have anything else? It's a little bit bigger. I think the Osprey EDX from Oaksworks, which is a fantastic knife, guys. I think these are still available if you are interested at all. I mean, you have a reverse flick, and you have an excellent flipper tab built by Riot. Just a really, really good EDC knife, and has a reversible clip. But anyway, there's a size comparison for you. And one last one, something you guys probably have, is the Stinger from Ferrum Forge. So there you go. That's the perfect size comparison. So I'd say it's about 3 1/4 inches on this guy. Or on this guy, sorry. But yeah, excellent action. Drop shut. I mean, the access to the liner lock, you have tons of it. And it's just so easy to push that over. There's no lock stick of any kind. I can do a quick spine whack. Just on my knee real quick. And, you know, very slightly. Nothing happens there. Very, very smooth, guys. Yeah, my gripes with it are the steel, obviously. And these are initial unboxing impressions. Excuse me, my nose is stuffed up. I don't like that you're talking T6 on the hardware back here. The pivot is T8. Everything else is T6. I don't like how heavy it is for its size. Let me compare it to the full tie F5. Yeah, so you're getting kind of a similar feel here. I'd say the F5 is lighter. Now, it's a smaller knife, obviously, so this might be a better comparison than the one I had there. It's a cool combo right here. It's a little bit lighter because you're rocking, you know, just that one scale. There is sort of an underscale on one side in here, and then you have the titanium liner. So it's a very similar build, honestly, and I've never questioned the weight on this knife. But this just feels a little bit thicker, you know, and a little bit heavier overall. And of course, you know, for $250, you're getting LMAX here with the titanium, and here you're getting N690 with the titanium. And, you know, that just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. I don't know really how else to put it. I've obviously said it enough times now that I could shut up. Other things, the hole is huge. It's honestly too big. my finger's going too far through it, and it's causing issues on occasion where I'm like not flicking it all the way because my finger gets caught. This clip feels pretty damn good. And yep, clip feels fantastic. Really good tension. You have a little bit sticking out, obviously, but not the ends of the world here. The blade feels pretty, yep, it's got a good edge on it. It is a flat grind, obviously not a full flat. It only starts right here. So, you know, it's probably going to get chunky rather quickly on this guy. I'm guessing it already has a decently thick edge because that's not the thinnest blade stock right there. I guess I could measure it for you. Get my calipers out. 0, okay. Let's measure it back here. So we're talking 14 thousandths, it looks like. 14 thousandths, 15 thousandths, 14 thousandths behind the, 0.14 on the blade stock, which honestly, that's the blade stock I'm going to use on my knife. So I do plan on having a little bit of a taller blade and an aggressive hollow grind. So it'll be different, but so it's not that thick in terms of blade stock. So I guess you'll see as you use the knife how that edge thickens up. Wouldn't be an issue for me because I don't hard use my knives enough or use them enough to even get to like the 5th, whatever edge, at least not quickly. Looks like there's a little bit of surface rust already on the inside of the hole there. I don't know if you can see that. It's literally been sitting in the box until today. I'll be able to get that out easily with the rust eraser, but that's one of the things is I don't really understand why people like N690. It just doesn't, for me anyway, doesn't seem to have more stainlessness than like the other steels in that range. So it doesn't really make sense to use it because it doesn't have like great edge retention. I just don't see the point to N690. Just use 14C or, you know, bump it up a level, go to 154 CM or something. I don't know. It's just a very strange steel to me. And I've never liked it. So you have a steel lock bar insert on that titanium liner, which is really nice. And then you have 2 standoffs, and that's pretty much the knife, guys. Stonewash tie on stonewash blade. Pretty cool aesthetically looking knife. Not really my thing, but I get it. It's a very simple looking knife, yet solid. Detent is good, and the ergos are good. So I think it's a good knife, guys. It's just not like for me. And I'll be doing a overview, first impressions, or full review. We'll see how it goes. I've said a lot already in this unboxing, which, guys, it's an unboxing. So please watch my first impressions or my full review when those come out and get the full picture because I may end up loving this knife. I may just confirm what I already said, but, you know, I've had knives where I'm like, and then I review them, and after a week with it, I'm like, yes, this thing, I get it, right? This is awesome. And that happens with some of the strangest knives. So stay tuned for that. But this is the Serge Knife Co. EDC, sounds like. I want to say thank you to Matt again for sending this my way. I really appreciate it, brother. He just got this, and he was nice enough to just shoot it off to me. And then it sat around for a week because I was sick, so I'm going to try to be quick with it and get it back to him. So here you go, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Hit up that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Do all the cool stuff. And I love you all. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.